Have you ever looked at the Earth and thought to yourself, what the fuck? Yeah, me too. I mean, take mountains for example. How did they get here? Did they just spawn along with the entirety of the Earth? What about earthquakes? Why does the ground just randomly start breakdancing? And what is the deal with volcanoes? And if you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole? We've roughly divided the Earth into 3 parts: the core, the mantle, and the crust. The core is super hot. Some even say that the inner part is as hot as the sun. I don't know how they're measuring that type of stuff, but whatever. The high temperature of the core makes the mantle partly liquid. Upon the mantle floats plates of cooled rock, and those plates are constantly moving. We live on those moving plates. If I were to go to the United States and stand still in one place for a year, I technically have moved an inch by the end of it. That's great, honey. Right? Now, plates are not all moving in the same direction. So, what happens when plates collide? Do they just stop moving and accept their fate as neighbors? Of course not. The plates keep pushing into each other, and what happens then all relies on how heavy the plates are. Oceanic plates are thin, but heavy, while continental plates are a lot less compact. When plates of different weights collide, the heavier plate ends up sliding under the lighter one. It ducks into the mantle and melts. It rises as magma with lots of gas pressure and breaks through the continental plate. That is how explosive volcanoes are made. Isn't that so cool? The magma inside a volcano was once an earth plate? So what happens when plates of the same weight collide? Since continental plates are relatively light, they don't sink into the mantle when they clash. Instead, they push each other up. And that is how mountains come to be. And since the plates keep moving, the mountains keep growing. Take Mount Everest for example. Every year it grows about 2 millimeters taller. But wait, so earth plates melt into magma or get compressed into mountains? Does that mean the world is getting smaller? No! Whilst earth plates are disappearing, there are also new parts of plates being made. When plates move away from each other, magma from the mantle rises in between them. The space in between the plates becomes a fissure volcano. The lava streams away from the crevice, and when it cools down, it becomes a new part of the earth plate. That way the plates grow. So the plates are getting smaller from one place whilst getting bigger from the other. But of course all these crazy movements the plates make don't exactly go peaceful. A lot of pressure is involved. That pressure builds until a plate suddenly slips through. On the surface, we feel those movements as earthquakes. But yeah, the Earth is constantly changing. 250 million years ago, the Earth only had one big continent, Pangaea. And since then, the plates have moved to the way they are now. And by looking at the current plate movements, we can predict how the world will look in the future. Within 50 million years, the Mediterranean Sea will disappear. Australia will move north and eventually join Asia. In 125 million years, the Atlantic Ocean will begin to shrink. Antarctica will split into 2 and collide with Australia. In 250 million years, the Atlantic Ocean will have closed. North America will have collided with Africa. South America will join Africa and Antarctica. And once again, the Earth will have one supercontinent. Pangaea 2.0, or as the nerds call it, Pangaea Proxima. This supercontinent will once again split up into multiple continents in about 400 to 500 million years. Of course, this is only what we think will happen. We can't be entirely sure. The plates might move into a whole different shape. Or maybe the Earth just explodes tomorrow. Who knows?